I want to share with you a personal story today before we get started. I struggle with a powerful addiction every day. I have cravings, I get moody, and I have energy slumps when I don't have my fix, if you will. When I do get my fix, I feel this sort of a euphoria and satisfaction. I know better than to seek this high, but I struggle to get this monkey off of my back. Hi, I'm Melanie, and I'm a sugarholic. So today I want to tell you about sugar, what it does to our bodies, how it affects our brain, and give you some tips on how you can make a lifestyle change and reduce or eliminate completely processed sugar from your diet. So let's start by looking at how sugar is used and stored in our bodies. So sugar is a powerful molecule inside our bodies. Here's a picture of it, and there's a little chemistry diagram formula. It exists in many forms, but sugar is necessary for important functions in our body. We refer to it as glucose, and it has many other names as well. But in our bodies, there's a process called cellular respiration. It's important for every living thing to function on a daily basis. That's the formula for it right there. We take in food. Most of it has sugar in it and glucose. Our body processes that. We store it in our liver, and we store it in our muscles. In both of those ways, it's referred to as glycogen. A little bit gets stored in our bloodstream as well. So we need this for all the processes in our body to create adenosine triphosphate, also known as ATP. Biologists consider it the energy currency of our body. So it's definitely an important aspect of living and what we need. But what happens when we get too much of it? So our body can only store so much glycogen, so much glucose. What happens to the rest of it? Excess sugar gets converted to fat. I bet you didn't know that. It was surprising to me a few years when I learned it. If it's not used or stored as glycogen right away, it gets stored as fat. So our body has limited storage for sugar, but it has unlimited storage for fat. We can keep creating fat cells and storing them. So we've seen how it's used and stored. Next, we're going to look at what sugar does to our brain, which can make it a hard habit to break. So sugar has addictive properties similar to illicit drugs, like cocaine, heroin, methamphetamines. It stimulates the pleasure center of our brain. It causes the dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter. It sends chemicals to and from our brain. It's that pleasurable chemical. It tells us, oh, I like that, give me more. Whether it's exercise, whether it's food, maybe it's caffeine, maybe it's narcotics, maybe it's sugar. Whatever it is, if our body likes it and activates that part of our brain, it says, I want more. So like cocaine, our brain acclimates to sugar, and it needs more. This picture shows you a brain on cocaine and a brain on sugar. This is from the documentary Fed Up by Katie Couric that talked about the obesity epidemic in our country and how it is linked to sugar in a majority of the foods that we eat today, especially our processed foods. So, another problem with sugar and how powerful it is in our bodies. It causes withdrawal symptoms and cravings. We get anxiety, we have headaches, we experience moodiness, we have energy crashes. In May 2007, the Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews published a study showing evidence for sugar addiction and the behavioral and neurochemical effects it has on us, just like cocaine or heroin or methamphetamines. And what they stated was that our brain pathways that evolved to respond to natural rewards are also activated by addictive drugs. So sugar releases dopamine, just like addictive drugs. We binge and we experience withdrawals. Anxiety, headaches, those are withdrawals that we've already talked about. As you can see, sugar is a powerful chemical and it creates a high, like a drug. So let's look at ways that we can eliminate it. We need healthy options and lifestyle changes to reduce our sugar intake. lifestyle change is required to kick the sugar habit. A lot of us love candy. I love Sour Patch Kids. It is my favorite movie candy. If I'm going to the movie, I have to have popcorn, I'm getting a soda, and I'm eating Sour Patch Kids. Have to have it. It's a really hard habit to break, but we need to do that so that we can eliminate our bodies from all of the excess sugar. There's lots of info out there. If you do a search on the internet for sugar detox, you're going to find all kinds of blog posts and news articles. The Today Show, even Dr. Oz, they've done segments on how to eliminate sugar from our diet, how to watch it, eat fresh fruits and vegetables, pick other healthier options. There's even a book called The 21-Day Sugar Detox that I purchased myself. And Diane Sanfilippo is the author, and she tells us we have to reset our bodies to learn how to operate optimally without processed sugar. So how do we do that? Well, we choose whole, fresh foods, fruit, nuts, vegetables, so that we can have a healthy sugar, not processed sugar. So fruit like Granny Smith apples, strawberries, berries, raw almonds and sunflower seeds, even cashews. It may seem strange, but they actually do help with that craving that you've got for sugar. So for myself, my husband and I have been on a diet for about a week now, and we really have been detoxing from sugar. We have had Granny Smith apples, we've had bananas, we've had fresh tomatoes, along with some free-range foods, grass-fed meats. We've eliminated a lot of dairy, and I've lost 10 pounds in a week, and my cravings for sugar have diminished significantly, which is huge for me because, as I said, I have struggled with it for many years. So having a plan, choosing natural, fresh food is important for us to eliminate processed sugar from our diet. So, some points to remember. Sugar affects our body and our brain. It definitely affects our brain in ways that create addictive tendencies within us, similar to illicit drugs. And healthy changes are required to eliminate processed sugar from our diet. So, I want to challenge you. I want you to grab some foods in your pantry, like bread, maybe some condiments from your fridge, and I want you to see how much sugar is in it. Then, I would like you to commit to a sugar detox, even for just a month. See if you can do it for a month. Replace those foods that have that excess sugar that you probably know you don't need with fresh fruits and vegetables, raw nuts and seeds, healthier meats, and healthier dairies. I hope that you have learned something today and you will be able to detox from sugar just like me. Thank you.